Welcome back, guys, with another episode of the Signal Sportscast. I am your host for today, Darius Childs, and I'm here alongside
head sports editor Marco Alvarado with
intern Michael Bonifaccini.
And today we're going to be discussing the Astros, the last Astros series. We're going to be discussing a little bit about the Bronny James situation, and we're also going to be talking about the Texans training camp. So let's dive right into it. So first game, I'd like to ask you guys, what do you think about the first game of the Rangers in the Astros series?
Look, we had the Lone Star series come over to Houston at Minute Maid Park. You know, it was a battle. The Astros were 3.5 games back, right?
Yeah.
Heading into this game, or to this whole series, as I should say. But I want to backtrack. I want to check up on the Rocky series that they had. 2 games up in Colorado. Really should have been a sweep, but they went ahead and swept that series. Or split the series, yeah. I'm sorry.
I mean, I was super surprised. I won't lie. I was really surprised that we lost that game because Colorado is one of the worst teams in the league, alongside with the Oakland A's, and yet we managed to give them a win. And, I mean, it just happened. But, I mean, we still got the season win. That's the good part. It should have been a season sweep, like you said, but it just didn't happen.
Yeah, they played. Before they went up to Colorado, they played 2 games here at Minute Maid against the Rockies before the All-Star break. Before that, 4-game stunt with Seattle, but they went ahead and swept here up at Minute Maid. But they only dropped 1 game in Colorado. Then they headed to Oakland for 4 games, another AOS matchup. Again, should have been a sweep. 4 games that would have came in clutch for the Lone Star series, trying to chase first place.
Yeah, I mean, if we would have gone that win, 2 games behind, and we could have been tied for first place in the West, trying to take the West, but that 1 game as well. I mean, the loss that we got with the Colorado Rockies, and then that 1 loss against the Oakland A's, it's just, I'm really surprised because both of them, especially the A's, being the worst team in the league behind 30-something games, it's just like, it's really surprising. I'm just really surprised that we managed to lose.
And then going back to your question, Darius, about the Lone Star series with the Dallas Rangers, or should I say the South Oklahoma Rangers, as everybody says. The South Oklahoma Rangers come into town, and they went ahead and had a 3-game stunt with the Astros here at Minute Maid Park. Thoughts on the first game? Slugfest, and we knew that coming in from the start.
I mean, it was
back and forth.
I was butt clenching the entire time because we were going back and forth, like tying the game, losing the game, winning the game, and at that point, you know what? I'm just glad that we have an amazing catcher with good contact hitting, and I mean, he had his walk-off hit, his first career walk-off hit as a rookie. I mean, I'm just really surprised, and I'm like I said, and I think you saw it on Instagram. That is our catcher.
It couldn't have come at a better time.
It came at a perfect time to hit that.
Yep.
I mean, we didn't even have Altuve. We didn't have Alvarez. Like, without them, like we're still doing good.
Yeah.
I can second that. But there was that close call at the plate for the walk off because Kyle Tucker went from, was it first to home or second to home? First. He went from first to home, and then there was a close play at the plate, and then it went under review as it should.
Yeah, I wasn't surprised that they challenged it. I'm like, I think it was still a save. Like, I think the umpires did a good call, and whoever the right fielder was, because I know Adolis Garcia wasn't the right fielder at that time. He it was just so he was really close to getting him though.
Yeah, and you could tell Gary Pettis was kind of third base coach. I should say Gary Pettis was very hesitant to send home Tucker, but he I mean he did he got a good call. He got a good call. We go into the second game. The second game was for again Lone Star series chasing first place. Came up with a dub 4-3. Rangers almost tied it in the 9th.
Another close one.
They almost did.
But Kyle Tucker got
King Tuck.
I mean, Golden Glover Tucker. Like, he deserves his Golden Gloves.
Okay.
So, he got those catches.
Then the one person I want to point out this whole series, and then I'm pretty sure you're gonna have a question about who's gonna be the MVP of the series.
Yeah.
Chas McCormick.
Bro.
That man is hot, and he will stay hot against the South Oklahoma Rangers.
He's on fire.
I went to the game on Wednesday, which was sadly a loss, and
which we will get into.
Yeah, I mean,
I'm going to have to ask you about that.
I went to the game, and first thing I did is I walked to the store, and Gold Rush jerseys and like everything is 50% off right now. I got my Chas McCormick jersey, championship
gold,
dude. Love it. It just feels amazing to wear it. And
what's the final price on that? If it's 50% off,
$75.
That is a steal.
Yep.
You can get Astros for $75
right now. Yeah, any player.
You could have already done that at this other spot if you know in Minute Maid, but
you can't even do that with no other league. You can't get a jersey that cheap.
You'd be surprised.
Really?
Yeah. When I went to Kansas City this past May.
You have to know spots though, right?
Exactly.
Yeah. See, that's the thing.
Yeah, I get my resources.
You got to be in the know.
If you know,
right.
Know.
Shout out to Marco for.
No.
I'm talking about at Minute Maid.
Oh, okay. Oh.
Yeah.
After the podcast, you got to tell me.
Of course.
Right.
Of course. But yeah, going back to the series, Wednesday a loss 5-13.
Yeah, how do y'all feel about that?
Framber Valdez was not himself.
I see Michael's ready to get into it.
I'm still mad.
Okay.
Because of Marcus Semien. That guy, I can't say the word, but I think you guys, I'm mentally telling you the word of how I feel about this guy.
Yeah, wow. Listen, if you're going to hit one of our best hitters, don't expect the other team to hit one of your guys. And coincidentally, it happened to be one of the best hitters on their team and one of the best players in the American League West.
Yeah.
So then don't take it personal. They hit Jordan twice that game. Twice.
Yeah. One was arm.
Yeah.
And the second one was really close to the face.
So at that point, what are you going to do?
Rising.
And then the next time, he comes up to bat, he's going to hit a home run and he decides to talk. Well, he was trying to talk to Framber, but Framber wasn't paying attention to him. So who steps up for Framber? My catcher, Martin Maldonado. He's going to stick up for the team. He's going to be the guy who's going to be like, hey, man, don't talk to my guy like that.
Yeah.
Stay in your place. And apparently he told him something about his time in Oakland. So he was so before he went to the Toronto Blue Jays, he was with the Oakland Athletics, and they were never really that successful. And Maldi told him something like, "Yeah, this is exactly gonna be like your time in Oakland." Like he threw shots, so shots were indeed fired.
Wow.
Now, when you saw the Adolis Garcia grand slam to the tracks, he crushed it. Yeah. Semien was on base, and then he said something to Maldi again. If you see Adolis come in, like whenever he was coming to the plate, he was playing peacemaker with Maldi. So I have nothing against Adolis Garcia.
No, I have
nothing against Adolis Garcia because Adolis Garcia was trying to play peacemaker. And he speaks Spanish.
Yeah.
So he's gonna be the moderator and peacemaker. Once they saw people bumping heads, benches cleared out. The Astros were already they were ready.
So at first I didn't even know what was going on because people are just walking through, everyone's covering, you can't see nothing. But that moment that I hear people screaming and just the bullpen coming through to near home plate, I'm like, there's a fist fight about to happen, and I'm over here trying to
tensions were rising
to see who's fighting who or what argument's gonna happen. And once I see the umpires getting close and they called in Dusty Baker to talk
and Bruce Bochy.
That's when I see Maldi and Martinez, because Martinez was a relief pitcher after Valdez. They both left, and I was wondering why Maldi? And then that's when the announcer came out saying that, ladies and gentlemen, Marcus Semien from the Rangers has been ejected. Everyone started cheering and came out saying, unfortunately, Martin Maldonado has also been ejected. Everyone started booing at that moment at the umpires.
Yeah, you really can't blame the umpires in this situation, but I really don't understand the Maldi
he was just
ejection.
Defending.
He was defending, but from the umpire's perspective, he engaged in what was going on. Marcus Semien was doing it for about 3 innings. He was instigating stuff for 3 innings.
He shushed Valdez when he got his home run.
He was chirping at Valdez, and then he had said some other stuff. And then when he came back around the bases, he went over the line. And Maldi's not going to sit there and just take everything.
Yeah,
he's going to stand up for his team, and he's going to do what he has to do to defend this team.
Yeah,
and I don't blame him. I really don't.
I don't either.
Yeah,
I think he did a good job.
Yeah. Do you blame him?
No, not at all.
So at that point, that's what you could do. I want to go ahead and shed light on the AL West, the standings right now. Before there's games on for tonight.
Tampa Bay Rays.
The Tampa Bay Rays are in here the town, but we'll look into that in a minute. Current standings: the Astros are in second place of the American League West, and they are 2 games behind the South Oklahoma Rangers, the Dallas Rangers, the Arlington Rangers, whatever you want to call them. They are behind them.
The trash Rangers, the dumpster fire Rangers.
But I will tell you this: the Tampa Bay Rays are indeed in town. I want to go see them. I really do.
I was wanting to badly, but instead I'm just gonna go ahead and watch the game with my friends tonight and have a couple drinks and eat some pizza and just enjoy the night.
Can't beat that.
Beat Tampa Bay Rays.
And the Tampa Bay Rays are 1.5 games back in the AL East against the Baltimore Orioles, which is the best team in the American League.
And I was really surprised about that, but I'm like, you know what? Well deserved. Like with Adley Rutschman in the team and some good hitters, like well deserved. I mean, it was about time that someone took first place from their division.
That's true. And then after that, the Cleveland Guardians come into town. My boy Tristan McKenzie, that's my guy. He hoping he comes and pitches.
Did you see the trade that they did?
Trade?
Yeah, they did a trade.
They did do a trade.
Yeah, and I was really, really mad about that because I'm like, why are you sending?
Shed light on that. Shed light,
bro. Syndergaard. He hasn't been pitching well from the Dodgers, and the Guardians just send out their best shortstop for a trash pitcher.
But you know what's crazy? He makes his debut against the Astros, and he's very well known for pitching really, really well against the Astros.
Syndergaard.
Yes.
We'll see how it is this year.
We didn't get a win off of him last season when they played for the Angels.
So would you say that
it really depends how we do this year with because he just hasn't been pitching well. The Dodgers doesn't have a good pitching staff right now, in my opinion.
Okay. So would you say like last season he was the Astros like kryptonite?
Yeah, I mean, it's in some games I remember, watching. He did his thing versus the Astros. The Astros were able to get a few hits from him, and I think they only got across home plate here and there. But I ultimately remember them losing the specific games in Minute Maid and in LA, as I should say, and Angel Stadium, I should say, because there's 2 teams in LA now.
Yeah.
But really and truly, I'm kind of afraid of Noah Syndergaard. He always finds some way somehow. But hey, it's a new season. What yesterday's price is not today's price.
Right.
That's what I know. Everything's swept under the rug. And like today, there was an off day yesterday for the Astros, so they got that 13-5 loss out of their heads, and they're looking to reclaim the AL West. And again, they have one more series against the South Oklahoma Rangers in Arlington. Yeah. So
there's another one?
There is.
Oh, I thought it was only 3.
No, there's one more.
Hey, we need that silver boost too.
Yeah.
One more. There's one more. Let me get you those. Let me go ahead and get you those this exact date so everybody can mark it on their calendar. Lord knows how the standings are going to be come that time.
I want to go.
But yeah, September 4th through the 6th, Monday through Wednesday.
3-game series.
They will be in South Oklahoma.
Okay.
I know as of right now, we own the silver boost because I think we're 1 game ahead of them because of that one.
Let me fact check.
Because if I remember correctly, the first series was a 4-game series, and they won 3-1. We only won 1 game, so 3-1. Same thing. Whenever we went over there, we tied it 4-4. Came over here, we won 3. Wait, how many games was this one? 3.
This past series, yeah.
Okay, so it was a 3-game series. We won 2 of them. That gives us 6. They won 1. They got 5. So we're 65 right now.
I'm fact checking right now because I know they won the first series, and the first series was here in Minute Maid because it was after the opening series.
And we won the second series, and we just won this series.
Yeah, and then they had a 4-game stunt in Dallas.
Yeah,
which was amazing.
We won. We won. 3-1 in the series. 1.
Okay.
And then the most recent one was here at Minute Maid, and we won that series 2-1.
2-1, yeah.
So right now against the Dallas Rangers, we are. Hang on.
Should be 65, I think.
1 + 3 equals 4.
5, 6.
6. 6, 2. So right now we are 6-4 against the Dallas Rangers.
2 games ahead.
Yeah.
Okay, all right.
We're for the season series against the Dallas Rangers at the moment before the September matchup in Dallas, South Oklahoma or Arlington, whatever you want to call it, or that warehouse of a bootleg and Minute Maid Park of a ballpark they got.
That's true, trash can.
The Astros have the season series 6-4. So the Silver Boot should come back, but anything could change.
Right.
Nothing's gonna change.
Okay.
We're gonna beat them.
And moving on to, I know you guys were talking about a little bit the trade. So like with the trade deadline looming, I like to ask you guys. So what would be your dream trade package? Like who do you want on the Astros right now? What would be your dream?
Okay, I know last episode we had a little discussion about this. I was wrong. You're right. Corey Joke should not be in the trade package.
Oh, I love being right.
But I do believe Martin Maldonado should be in that trade package.
No.
Jake Myers.
Yes.
And possibly a starting pitcher. I don't know which specifically. I am leaning towards on Urquidy more because he was in the trade market last year but got taken off for, I can't remember, I think it was Odorizzi.
Odorizzi got boot.
So I think those
as
three,
he should have last year.
I think those 3 should be in the package for us to receive Marcus Stroman
For the Chicago Cubs.
Okay.
Dylan Cease from the White Sox.
Chicago White Sox.
What was his name? The one that the outfielder for the White Sox as well.
Luis Robert Jr.
Him.
Okay.
And I forgot who the other one was. Oh, Bellinger. Even though that one is a hard choice because now speculations are going on that he is going to be a Yankees now.
I wouldn't surprise me. He needs to be on there.
I wouldn't be either. But we do need a good hitter, and I think Bellinger with Roberto,
they'd make an immediate impact.
There could be a good power hitting duo.
See, I can agree with Luis Robert and Dylan Cease. The pitching deal would be crazy, but the White Sox are selling. They just traded Lucas Giolito to the Angels, and Giolito was one of their starting pitchers.
And to manage to lose another one, especially their ace pitcher.
Exactly.
Okay.
So they're selling, but my dream would have been, I've been saying this for years, if any of my old listeners from Space City Sports Talk was on here, SASC4L, you know how we do. If y'all were on here, y'all know the one person I always wanted in an Astros uniform, and that is Aroldis Chapman. I've been wanting Aroldis Chapman in an Astros uniform for the longest time, and he so happens to get traded to the South Oklahoma Dallas Rangers.
We were so close.
And it came out. Dusty Baker wanted him on the team. He tried reaching out to him this offseason, but I mean, money talks, contract talks. You know what I'm saying? And unfortunately, it didn't fall through. So he resorted to the Royals, and then he comes back on the. I mean, he goes to the South Oklahoma Rangers, makes an impact on that team, but against the Astros just no, they're not.
I mean,
cool.
do we really need them?
Yes.
Yeah, you're right. We do. Yes, we do need them.
You know what? I'm gonna say it right now. Hot take. I'd rather have him as a closer than Ryan Presley.
True. I won't lie. True. I think Ryan Presley would be a good just relief pitcher as it is.
I've always said this, and I kind of again going back to my Space City Sports Talk roots. Ryan Presley is not a closer. I will forever say that.
You know who could be a closer and could replace Ryan Presley? Brian Abreu.
He could.
I think he is. Like, he showed himself last year that he is not only a good relief pitcher, but he's a good starting pitcher. Closer.
Yeah.
He can save games. There's no one else in our bullpen that can save like him.
And if you ever seen Ryan Presley take them out, like, look, I got nothing against Ryan Presley. He's not. It's not my fault. He's the closer. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But whenever Osuna was here, before he got released, Ryan Presley was a setup.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Then Osuna went down. He went down with a Tommy John. I believe it was 2020. Whenever he went down,
I want to say yes. I can't remember if it was.
Ryan Presley had to step up.
Yeah.
Which, okay, that's cool. You got thrown into the fire. 2020 was a bizarre season. We saw Framber Valdez, the start of him, start of Luis Garcia, Christian Javier. We saw literally the current pitching staff as it is right now. We literally saw him in 2020, the pandemic season. Yes.
Yep.
And so, again, he won a ring with the Astros as the closer. Hey, props to you. But as a closer, you need to come in and have 3 outs. 1, 2, 3.
Doesn't even need to be strikeouts. Just pop up.
I'm tired of seeing Ryan Presley get on the mound
and give hits.
Yes, and it's almost every game he pitches.
It's like almost all of our bullpen.
So I'm not the only person that sees this then.
Yeah. No, you're not.
Yeah.
Because even like when I'm talking to my friends about it when we watch the games, we keep saying this guy needs to step up. What happened to America's closer? What happened?
He was never America's closer.
I mean, at WBC, he did good. Last season, he did good.
He was still giving up hits.
Not as much as this year.
It doesn't matter. He was still giving up hits. As a closer, he needed to come in 1, 2, 3. I'll tell you one thing. Whenever Aroldis Chapman was on the listen. And when Aroldis Chapman was on the 2016 Chicago Cubs World Series championship, he didn't give up any hits as a closer, as in a saving situation. Granted, Joe Madden put him in the 8th inning, but not in the 9th. Whenever it really needed to matter.
Is it too late to return my WBC Ryan Presley jersey?
Why would you get a USA jersey? What's wrong with you?
I don't know. I just really wanted one. I just really wanted one.
You know what jersey I would rock?
What?
A Mexico or Puerto Rico one.
I was gonna say Puerto Rico probably.
Or USA? Yeah, no. I'll go Mexico or Puerto Rico, but they only sold Mexico jerseys in Mexico, and then I don't even know if they sold the Puerto Rico ones, but they were Adidas. I don't wear Adidas.
Hey man, respect Adidas.
I like Adidas.
I love Adidas. It's my favorite.
I prefer the Nike, in my opinion.
Nah, I'm
See,
Nike.
He knows he's hip. Michael's hip. He knows what's
I'm
up.
Nike'd out.
Oh,
That's why it's taking over all major leagues.
Boo.
Nike's taking over all major leagues.
Boo.
Nike's in the NBA, NFL, MLB.
Man,
They're about to take over the MLS. How much you want to bet?
No, they probably will.
Yeah, I mean,
I wouldn't be surprised.
Exactly.
they're one of the biggest brands out there. Everybody rocks them, but preferably, I'm Adidas for life.
Yeah, that's why Adidas isn't on anything unless other than the NHL, which I didn't agree with, and the MLS.
Okay.
But here we go. The season outlook, series outlook, I should say. Tampa Bay Rays are in town this whole weekend, Friday through Sunday. We got the Cleveland Guardians coming into town for a 3-game stunt, and then the series that we've all been waiting for.
Yankees.
The 4-game series in the Bronx. Again, 4-game series.
Oh, 4. That was 3.
In New York.
Dang.
The Bronx, Yankee Stadium.
Who's your daddy?
Jordan Alvarado.
No. That's
No. Not for the Yankees.
No, that's Hotel Altuve.
That's the captain.
Yeah, el capitán.
Exactly. Then there's a game day break. Then they face the very red hot Baltimore Orioles in Baltimore. Then they come back for an AL West matchup against the Los Angeles Angels. Then they go out to Miami. We all know who's in Miami.
Gurriel. Oh man,
Boy,
I miss him. I miss Yuli.
Hey, but Jose Abreu's been tearing it up.
Lately, yes. Do I still prefer Yuli? Yes.
No.
Yes.
Not this season.
He always has. They both always have a bad start right now. But
Abreu has more home runs than Yuli.
Right now?
Yes.
No way.
Yes.
I gotta look this up.
Look it up. There's who you choosing. A former champion that hasn't been, hot, or new guy you just signed that's barely getting hot and is amongst one of the biggest RBI leaders on the team right now.
I'd rather have somebody who has a higher ceiling. He's starting off fresh. He's on the come up. He's on the come up.
Abreu's at like, I think it was 12 home runs or 11 home runs.
I'd rather go with Youngblood.
8 home runs. Never mind.
Yep.
51 RBIs, 92 hits. Yeah, you're right. Still has a lower batting average, but that's just because this guy likes to shoot everything.
Hey, in other words, Marco's right.
Yeah, all right, we get it. You're always right. You like me.
Get that on a T-shirt. Marco is always right.
Yeah.
Oh, and the people that's known me and listen to me, they know I speak nothing
but facts. Facts, no pinching.
Now, listen. Now, look, if y'all, again, Space City Sports Talk, going to go back to my old roots. 2021 playoff preview. It's on YouTube. You can look it up.
Yeah.
I was scared of the Chicago White Sox at that time. And that was the one point I was wrong because I thought we were legit going to drop that series. But we didn't, and I was wrong, and I've already apologized for it because I know there's going to be some people that still bring it up to this day. Get over it. I'm telling you. But, going back to my roots, yes, I'm always right. And I'm always right when it comes to this. I'm not trying to showboat here, but I'm kind of proving my point here.
Oh my. Okay. Yeah. Enough of that jazz. We gotta move on here to some sad news in the LeBron James family. So Bronny James. I know this isn't Houston Rockets news, but this is definitely important. Bronny James, son of LeBron James, 2 days ago suffered cardiac arrest during a workout at USC, basketball workout at USC, and honestly, like, speaking from somebody who used to have heart problems as a kid and wasn't able to play sports because of it, this is definitely scary. The man is only 18 years old, He's spoken highly of. He is a very respected basketball player for as old as he is, and looking to be probably a top 5 draft pick in the NBA draft. And my thoughts and prayers go out to him and the James family. Marco, what do you have to say about that?
Yeah, very scary situation indeed in the sport of basketball. Basketball is one of those sports where you need conditioning.
Yeah,
you're always running. You're always on the go. You can never sit still.
You're pushing your body, and you know that. You speaking from a basketball player, like you yourself, you're in the trenches, like you know what it's like.
Oh yeah, of course. And again, it's a very scary situation indeed. Definitely need to check that out.
Yeah.
Long term. Because that could be
right,
again, a long term. Yeah. Long-term deal.
Same thing happened with
he is home, and prayers out to that young man and his family.
For sure. I mean, like, definitely a scary situation, and hopefully makes a full recovery, and gonna show out for USC and show that this definitely will not limit his ability to play. Moving on to the Houston Texans news. I know Texans fans, y'all are so fired up, so excited for this. DeMeco Ryans being the head coach now of the Houston Texans, and with the acquisitions from the draft, free agency, everything. Today is the first day of Houston Texans training camp, and now the training camp is from July 28th till August 17th.
Yeah, and some of those dates are open to guests for fans.
So they're from the 30th all the way until the August 17th. It's going to be highlights of training camp. So July 30th will be Legends at Camp. August 4th will be Military and First Responders Appreciation. August 5th will be a night practice. August 8th will be Community Day. The 13th will be limited edition merch launch. Can't wait to see what that is all about. And then August 16th, they're going to have a joint practice with the Miami Dolphins. August 17th is a cookout with Cal, HEB. You already know Houston does it big when it comes to the cookouts. So I know I will definitely see you at some of those practices.
I'm just going to let y'all know right now. Be on the lookout and stay tuned, because you never know what type of coverage the Signal will produce at training camp. I'm just going to leave it there.
Yep.
We're just going to leave it there.
We're just going to leave it there. So, yeah, that has been our time. So, definitely glad to have been the host of this episode. Thank you for having me, Marco, come in here and show what I can do. And I'm glad to see, the back and forth between you and Michael, how heated y'all get when it comes to MLB.
No, it's not heated. It's just disagreements about the team that we like, and we like to
y'all
cover.
Are fired up. It's passion. You love passionate fans, so I'm definitely glad. And the one thing we definitely can agree on is go Stros.
Go Stros, baby. That's
Go Stros. So I am your host, Darius Childs, and alongside
head sports editor Marco Alvarado. Shout out to Michael as well.
Shout out to Michael. And that has been our time, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you for listening.